friends, it's Kip Teitsort with a quick episode of Chronicles of a Culture Changer from DT4EMS. I want to do this one kind of quickly because I'm about to head out to Alaska for the week to teach up there at their state conference. But I wanted to share with you something because I keep seeing this all around the country, and I would just like for you to hear it from me and kind of help you out with this. The reason that we're DT4EMS, the original name of the company, and then EVE is our product line, but DT4EMSD for defensive, meaning nothing we do is aggressive. And then the T is for tactics because there's so much more than just some fancy techniques that are going to help you out on the job. And then the number 4 is because there are 4 specific areas that the healthcare provider, be it EMS, firefighter on an EMS scene, or the ED staff, have to practice for each encounter. And those 4 areas are the mind, the street, the media, and the courts. The mind, understanding things like, when can I defend myself? When should I not? What is a patient? What is not a patient? And then you have the things for the street, which are for on the job, skills that work more often than not for escaping a violent encounter. Not beating somebody up, not winning a fight, not submitting them, but what do we need for on the job specific? And then the next part is the media. Man, guys, this is where we're getting eaten up. And we have the real media, and then we have social media. Those are areas that we have to practice to defend ourselves in as well. And then the last part is the courts. You've got the real courts, the justice system, but then you also have the court of public opinion. And again, that plays back to social media. So the courts are things like understanding what is reasonable, in as far as the use of force. And I guarantee you a lot of things that are going on with what I call unofficial training are really talking about areas of excessive force. And if you don't believe unofficial training goes on, check out that blog post on that. But the problem is that medicine and medical staff are unique. No one else on the planet has to face what we face when it comes to using force on the job. And that can be either in self-defense or what should be reasonable patient restraint. And because there are differences in definition and people aren't really recognizing what is and what isn't a patient, that I need you to understand the use of force is like a pendulum. There is an extreme one way and an extreme the other. And you need to understand that reasonable sometimes falls in this in-between spot. Well, folks are either using too little and are being attacked criminally, or they're using too much, and then the staff are actually becoming the criminal attackers. So what DT4EMS really does with the EVE classes is try to show people, first of all, what is and what isn't a patient, trying to change the culture by letting folks know that the only behavior that can be modified is their own, showing them reasonable skills to defend themselves should they be attacked. Things like that we're not law enforcement, but yet we've been thrust into this law enforcement arena. Everything from you can go to the hospital with them or jail with me, or this false belief that staff must maintain custody of someone. There are so many dangerous things that go on. And if you saw the Chronicle of a Culture Changer where we did the restraint math showing you why restraints are the leading incident in which criminal assaults occur, and that's towards staff or staff using criminal force on someone else, and yet it receives the least amount of training time or even attention. Well, easy guys, that's because we're attempting to restrain people that are actually criminals that should be being restrained by police, and then once they're under control by the police, then we offer care. So when we talk about this changing of a culture, it's not just a couple of moves, folks. If you are only practicing one of the things, which is the street side of it, you're still lacking in the other 3 areas. Our website is chock full of information for you. The class is even more so because then we can indoctrinate you into the real culture change. And don't you think it is so funny that people that have never taken our class want us to shorten the class? But those that take the class, I can show you hundreds and hundreds of course evals from coast to coast saying they wish the class was longer. So it's because once they see the need, they go, oh my goodness, there's a real need, and then we can show them the right way. But guys, just take the time yourself to research what the problem is, because you can't offer a solution. So somebody trying to offer a solution to healthcare by using a military model, a law enforcement model, or a martial arts model without investigating what the healthcare provider really needs and what the problem really is, how do you offer a solution when you don't even know what the problem is? I'm Kip Teitsort, quick episode of Chronicles of a Culture Changer to get you thinking. See you soon.